Welcome everyone to Windsor, Ontario for tonight's coverage of OCAA women's basketball. Tonight, the Mohawk Mountaineers are in town to take on the St. Clair Saints here on We the Doodle. Good evening everyone, I'm Justin Prince. Welcome to today's matchup. Mohawk Mountaineers carry momentum for their season so far. 4-2 on the season. The St. Clair Saints looking to build some as they come in below 500. Here's Mohawk's starting lineup. It looks like this. Donnie Marie Bora along with AJ Jacob. Also in the lineup is Tiffany Williams. Black Dahai will start alongside Maddie Anderson. That rounds out the starting five for the 4-2 Mountaineers. Mohawk coming up a loss tonight. We're 64-55, looking to do better today. St. Clair going with the classic look today. Chloe Collins will make the start today along with Kaylin Batten. Then it's Gwen McIsaac, Shaylin Murphy, and Janae Smith rounding out the five for the St. Clair Saints, who look to try and turn things around after a slow start to the season. In fact, 3 of their past 4 games have been in the loss column. So today expect to be a tough one for St. Clair. A lot of emphasis put out today. Team's leading score at more than 13 points per game for the Mohawk Mountaineers. Size also part of today. St. Clair just one player above 6 foot. For the Mountaineers, they don't have that side of one with their center in as tech. That on average is bigger in size compared to the St. Clair Saints, averaging around 5'9", 5'10". A lot of St. Clair starters are 5'7" to 5'9". That's a big emphasis for Andy Kiss today. We'll see if that ends up paying true once this game gets underway here today. Both teams finishing up their starting lineup introductions here today. Paul Carter, Cedric Henry, and Matthew Cadet will be your officials for this ball game. Just about ready to go hooping here today from the St. Clair Sportsplex in Windsor, Ontario. The Mountaineers and the Saints are ready to go. It's McIsaac for St. Clair. It is Williams for Mohawk. We're underway from the Rose City. Bora starts with the ball. Bora back from injury, missed the last game against Niagara. Now pass down to the post. Williams tries to fade back, gets the roll. And immediately the Mountaineers are on the board in the post game. Emphasized for the scoring team of the province coming in. Trap game from Mountaineers defenders. Into the paint. Turned over by Smith to the wickets. Taken up to Anderson. Anderson tries to save it. Can't save it. Turned over. As mentioned, the last time out for the Mountaineers, a 64-55 loss. That was against Niagara. That game, it was led scoring-wise by Maddie Anderson. 3 different scores and double-digit points. Tapped around St. Clair basketball. It was Janae Harrison who led the way for the Knights. Going to be in the building tomorrow. 22 points against Mohawk in that game mentioned. Outside, Batten for 3. Kaylin Batten puts up her first bucket, the 3rd leading scorer in Ontario with the bucket. But through this first quarter of play, happy with us here on Weeds Digital coverage of OCAA women's basketball. From the Sportsplex in Windsor, Ontario. Anderson, after the size up, drives into the teeth of the defense, picks up the whistle. Caught against Batten, her first personal, team first. That's going to bring the Mountaineers to the free throw line. They're the best free throw shooting team in the conference this season. 73.6% as a unit. They don't take too many though, averaging about 15 attempts a game. Anderson puts up the first of 2, part her 71% free throw shooting season. Again, 13.5 points per game coming in, 81 total points on the season. Back in. Also good rebounder, about 5 boards a game. Anderson. Watch as Murphy loses it for a jump ball. Possession arrows, St. Clair. 4-3 still remains to score with St. Clair basketball. Communication on who's going to inbound the ball here quickly. And they are checking something at the scores table. To that situation with Paul Carter, a long-time veteran when it comes to officiating the game of basketball in the Rose City.
Watch your back, AJ. Behind you, AJ.
Bannon will inbound. Searching around, finds Murphy. Back to Bannon. Smith. Dropped. Bannon couldn't hold on to it. And the Saints turn it over. St. Clair this season, 17.6 turnovers a game. That is the 3rd least in the OCAA coming in. Worked around by Bora. Looking for the post. It's the mismatch. Tiffany Williams with her 2nd bucket. Trying to break the half-court trap, they do. Collins, one around to Smith, now Murphy. Bannon, corner, McIsaac, 3, good. Tie game, 2 minutes through. St. Clair now, they show a zone trap. Kicked up to Anderson, pulls up for 3, may have got a piece of it. Regroup by Bora, Anderson sets up outside the arc. Going to take a lot of threes for Stabs. Go to the 3, grazes the rim from Jacob. Out of bounds, St. Clair basketball. Inbounded to Bannon. Again, stopped before the timeline, given back and forth. Trying to poke a hole in the defense, McIsaac out of bounds, turned over. And the trap so far working pretty well for the Mountaineers defenders. Mohawk this season has been able to stop their opponents fairly well. In fact, the opponent game coming into today, about 60 points per game. The drive, out of bounds again, back and forth from the turnovers. More fans continue to circulate in on this Friday night for some hoops. Murphy calls the play. Still 1-1 with Bora. Smith works around the corner. Outside. Slip screen with McIsaac. Jumper taken, jumper made. Today Smith hits the bucket. That's her first of the game. Full court trap look this time. Bora quickly sprints it across the logo. Right now in the corner. Dahai. Now work down low to the post. Williams. This time overshoots it. Over chances that gets bounded out of bounds. Still 10 on. Inbound goes to Jacob. Bora. Time to work with. Now down to the post. Double teamed. And a double dribble is the call. St. Clair basketball. And the press backs on. Last time St. Clair picked up a win, 46-28 against Conestoga. Looking to try and break through the win column here tonight. Batted around, knocked back to the top for another 3. This time no good from Bannon. And up by Bora. Working around, searched around to Anderson. Anderson cutting, driving, going to the line again. Collins this time, caught on the person. They give it to McIsaac instead. It looked like Collins had been on the defense. So 2 personal so far for St. Clair, 1 per for Bannon and McIsaac. Substitutions coming in. Mountaineers making a change. Kendra Oliver amongst those Now in the ball game with the change. First is good from Anderson. So far, most of their shots contained to the inside so far. Anderson about 10 threes a game, usually is the outliers, had just the one so far. 8 apiece. Trying to break across the timeline. Smith out to the wing. The jumper rolls away. Missed that time by Ava Willoughby. Willoughby now in the ball game for St. Clair. Desiree Bird also now in for the Saints. Batting on Anderson. Anderson drawing up the play. In the shot clock. Anderson tries to open up on the arc. Once again, they go low post to Oliver now. She draws the jump ball. Possession arrow going the way of St. Clair. No Mohawk as the Mountaineers now get in position. Call for the shot clock adjustment here. 1 second on the shot clock is the call. Trying to batter down in the paint. Batted around, picked up by Smith. And batted out by Anderson. Halfway to the first quarter, Andy Kiss trying to be very vocal about that size differential so far. Mihai Raducanu, the head coach for the Mountaineers, trying to focus on his defense now. Nearly turned over. Willoughby out to Batten. Batten gets the pick and roll going. Draws the whistle. Going to be down the baseline. No shot taken. Deputy Williams got on her first personal. First team foul. Willoughby quickly to Bird. Down on the shot clock for Murphy. Willoughby sets the pick and roll. Murphy takes the three, makes the three. Jalen Murphy finding an air pocket. Just as the Mountaineers break through, Lauren Snyder going with a post jumper. Good. Williams, and she goes down. Down. Now being checked up by a fellow teammate. There's a trainer on standby for the Mountaineers sideline. Her feet looks like will stay in. Batted to Batten. Trying to work full the press. Finding Murphy. Nearly taking a ramp. Willoughby takes it out of bounds. Willoughby trying to save the possession after the Mohawk touch. So far, a lot of turnovers in this ball game. Guarded by Bird. Now works it in. Batted off two different Saints for the turnover. Poked right on back Smith. Breaks through the poke. Now out to Willoughby. Quick shot. Air ball. Mohawk trying to maintain this up-tempo. St. Clair's trying to maintain. Now worked around Snyder. Slowing it back down. Anderson worked again. Mid-range. Jumper. No good. 11-10 St. Clair, under 4 minutes to go in the first quarter of play. Smith waits, works it out to Bird. Has an open player in the paint. Batten to the line to shoot two. Batten was wide open for a good minute. Now she'll get the chance to go to St. Clair's first free throws. Substitution in on the change. Prosco's amongst those now in. Back in. Second personal against Tiffany was her second again. Caitlin Batten so far, 91 total points in the season as that one goes around the world. So far, just about 66, 67% for the free throw line on the campaign. Countermeasures being made by the Mountaineers. They sub in Anna Delianis. Now trying to find some space. Bora this time a bit more squeezed on the trap. Broken. Go down to the low post again. And stolen away. Here come the Saints. Proskos tries to work it now to the baseline. Batten couldn't hold on to it, and yet again issues down the sidelines and baselines to hold on to the basketball. Bora directing traffic. Now outside, Anderson takes the three, makes one. Anderson makes the tray. 13 apiece. Looking on the setup, once again the Saints trying to find a way to respond to the scoreboard. Outside shooting's been a positive for them so far. Murphy takes one for three, responds with a rattler. Jalen Murphy, her second three today. And now Mohawk has to sprint it up. Anderson sitting around. Looking like man-to-man coverage right now. Trying to keep Batten. Then Anderson found a pocket, missed it. Slowed back down by Murphy. Batten. Juking around, gives it to Proskos. On the outside again, McIsaac. Back to Batten. Batten taking a three. Grazing off the front rim. Bora. Kick back up again. Bora. About 4 assists a game coming into the outside. Anderson off the pass. Good. And every time one team scores, the other seems to respond today. Under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Back and forth so far, 16 apiece. Proskos tries to spin it out of the double. Tries to pass to Murphy, knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Mohawk. More changes coming in for St. Clair on this stoppage. Smith returning to the ball game. Harry Colthurst will also come in. Just 5 still on the shot clock after the smothering defense before. Murphy passed out. Colthurst taking a deep three off the back rim this time. Taken back up by Oliver. Anderson looks to work it. Draws the whistle. She's drawn every whistle from St. Clair. This time, Janae Smith caught for her first. That's the third team foul here today. Bora now has Oliver in the high post. Tries to pass it low post. Battle for the jump ball. Jump ball trigger going to St. Clair. St. Clair basketball with 1:11 to go in the quarter. Neither side willing to work their timeouts yet. Both letting it play on out early. For the three, Proskos, another tray falls. Under a minute to work with in the quarter. Three-pointers reigning supreme for both sides now. Anderson has Colthurst smothering. Anderson drives, misses, rebound, drawing the whistle. Got grabbed. And now that's going to be St. Clair's fourth personal as a team. Quinn McIsaac caught for her second. 8 points so far today from Anderson. She looks to add to that with the first make there. Already on the range for double-digit points here. She scored more than half of her team's points so far at least. Makes them both. When change coming in will be outcome in for McIsaac, with McIsaac in foul trouble. 19-18 St. Clair. Will they have a chance for a 2-for-1? Murphy has Wolby pass it off to Proskos. Proskos stepping back, fading, misses. About a 4 or 5 second difference, shot clock and game clock. Trying to drive in, now passed out. Anderson off the back rim. Now a second chance, misses off the front. Third chance falls in the traffic. Shot clock is off. Final seconds of the quarter. Outside, off the bobble. Coldhurst nearly wedged the ball. But after a quarter of play, it's Mohawk on top. It's 20-19. You're watching We Digital from Windsor.
The first kiss. She's thinking about a million things. Like, should I lean in or let him? Do I close my eyes or open them? But for him, he's only thinking about one thing. Did she have peanut butter for lunch?
Good evening, sir. Where are you coming from?
I was just at a buddy's watching a game.
Have you consumed any alcohol tonight?
I had a couple beers. Thanks.
Can I ask you to step out of the vehicle, please?
How many drinks does it take to impair your ability to drive safely? Having even just a few casual drinks can impair your driving ability to the point that you could lose your license for at least 3 days or more.
Hi, honey. Can you come pick me up?
Play it safe with alcohol. If you plan on drinking, don't plan on driving.
Welcome back, everyone, to Windsor, Ontario. More coverage of OCAA women's basketball. 20-19, Mohawk your score. The Mountaineers shooting about 43% in the first quarter, 46% for the St. Clair Saints. Here's a look at Maddie Anderson. Once again, her ball control stats coming in, totals at least. 33 rebounds, 16 assists. It's also picked up 8 steals. Not too many blocks so far, about a block a game so far. This game, though, already 12 points for the Mohawk Mountaineers. 2 rebounds so far, has played every minute. Starting off the second quarter play, it's Bora on the floor with Oliver. Lined up alongside Snyder. Joined by Delianis. On your 5, Anderson. Bucket falls for the Mountaineers. They build up a 3-point lead. On the floor for St. Clair, Smith, Batten. Alongside McIsaac, Murphy, Collins, the 5. The starting 5, and 1 for Batten. Batten gets the and 1. Take a look at the replay from the start of the last play for a quick moment. Oliver called for first, team first of the quarter already. Already talked about the stats from Bannon. She makes this free throw. So far today, 8 points for Kaylin Bannon. Press broken, just floats over Bannon that time. That batted out of the boundary. Snyder last to touch it. No, rather, St. Clair last to touch it. And the battle with Snyder. Anderson gives it to Tiffany. Goes in the post, misses the board. Murphy tanking it up, trying to set up the high tempo for Smith. Open 3, rattles away, and a whistle on the rebound attempt. That time caught against Murphy on the contact. That's her first. That battle for the board means Mohawk basketball. Anderson gives it to Bora. Able to break through the pressure. This time, just about, no. Nearly threw it into third row. Now outside, McIsaac. Isaac searching, finds Murphy. Pick and roll this time. Back outside Batten. Batten fakes to Collins. Now it's Murphy's turn. 5 of the shot clock. Down to 3. Smith shoots it, airballs it. Got it up just before the shot clock though. Taken back up by Mohawk. Looking to go into the low post. They give it back outside. Bora calling for the screen. Pick and fade with Oliver. They give it outside. Long 3 misses. Taken up by Smith. Smith on the hop step. On the jumper. Good. Off dribble. St. Clair takes the lead, 24-22. About 2 minutes through this second quarter of play. Bora. Now goes for the floater in traffic, no. Picked up by Collins this time after the deflection. Murphy brings it up Main Street. Takes the drive herself, puts up the shot herself. Doesn't get that one to fall. Nearly stripped away from Oliver. Collins trying to rip it away on the rebound attempt. More changes coming in from both sides. Mohawk bringing Daha'i back in. Also coming back in is Jacob coming in for St. Clair. Further changes is Lauren Overeem. Jacob inbounds it short. Taking up the sideline. Give it up to Jacob. Now Bora able to set things up. Mark to the free throw line. Contact with Anderson. Ran into her own player. Anderson goes flying. And a whistle did go. St. Clair ball as Anderson is down. An awkward play there as the Mountaineers had 2 players run into each other. And then Anderson falls back with a contact with Smith. Now Anderson's back down again. Looks like they're going to make a change. Williams coming back in here. Now the coaching staff coming out. St. Clair. See things go to a time here. Maddie Anderson had been one of the keys to watch for today. Now she goes off the sideline. There a flurry of contact. St. Clair basketball coming back up here. This is going to be a true test now for the Mountaineers for the next bit. Train staff goes to work on Anderson. Just past a quarter way to the second. 24-22 St. Clair. Smith gives it off to Batten. Now Murphy. Murphy has his own switch. Now gives it out to Batten. Batten, triple team, caught for a lift. Looks like we're going the other direction. 3 seconds in the key. The inbound barely gets to its target. Press starting to cause some more havoc here. Oliver works it out. Jacob taking a 3 this time to drain it. Mohawk lead. Jacob gets on the scoreboard. Murphy gives it out to Overeem. The Overeems, of course, one of the headlines of last season with Caitlin Overeem transferring over. Now it's McIsaac making another one. Another 3 falls. Both teams go on the scoreboard, stow it away. The drive, bucket, Bannon. Nearly stripped again. Taken up by Daha'i. Jacob gets the blocking foul drawn. This time, going to be going against Lauren Overeem on the personal, her first. Now her change for Mohawk. Lauren Snyder coming in for Bora. Trying to work it inside, wide open. Oliver. Third year player from Ajax. That time drawing the ghost offense. The ghost defense. Murphy. Wide open Bannon for a moment. Now going inside to Smith. She draws a whistle. This will bring her to the line. More changes, Wolby and Bird coming in. Daha'i coming in. Rather, Daha'i called for the personal. About halfway through the second quarter. There's Andy Kiss. A lot to talk about before today's ball game as that one misses from Smith. Smith this season, 38 total points. 50% for the free throw line. Her coach had mentioned the need to limit touches inside. That's been difficult today. A lot of touches have gone inside. Anderson, that's been difficult to stop when she's been healthy. And now, playing pickup, tempo offense. That's been a tricky part today with both teams playing press. Timeout is on the floor. Both teams want to talk things over. Here are the players to watch. Now, after what happened previously, Caitlin Bannon, as mentioned, one of the players to watch. St. Clair, lead scorer, third in scoring coming in. Then you have Kendra Oliver, who's also somebody to keep an eye on, coming off the bench today. Despite that, has tied Maddie Anderson in points per game on the season. 81 total points coming in, 35 and 85 shooting. Also is solid at the free throw line, about 62% from the stripe this season for Kendra Oliver. Let's look at some of the players to watch coming into today. Both teams coming out of their timeouts now. (30-27) St. Clair, 5:43 to go in the first half of play. They'll set things up for the Mountaineers with possession. That time the inbound going short. Snyder gives it off. Daha'i tries to pass it into traffic. Batted out of bounds. Intended for Tiffany Williams, who's been effective in the low post so far. And a quickly to Jacob. Shuffle Daha'i. Out working with Oliver. Jacob tries to drive it through. Give it off Williams. They run out of time on the shot clock. No one watched the shot clock. St. Clair basketball. Timeout previous was utilized by St. Clair. By the way, Mohawk still with 2 in the quarter. Trying to pass baseline. Turned it over. A lot of sloppy turnovers here today. Turnover count was 7-5 Mohawk in the first quarter alone. Second chance now for the Mountaineers. Taken up for 3. Contact from the three-point line though. Lauren Snyder hit at the end of the play. So 3 free throws coming up here, believe. Desiree Bird caught on the personal. That is her first of the ball game. First one goes now for Snyder, the fifth-year guard from Brantford. Missed second, though. Snyder coming into today about 10 points per game, but only played one previous matchup on the season so far. Makes the third free throw. Instead of tying it, it stays a 1-point lead for St. Clair. Trying to break through transition, Willoughby. Post fade, no. Rebound picked up by Bird in traffic, though. Kick back out Smith. Out to Murphy. Trying to rotate around here. Willoughby. Batten. Back outside. Smith the three. Too strong. Rebound picked up that time by Snyder. Snyder taking a moment to grab at the ball. Now work from the near side. Work to the paint. Out to Oliver. Oliver takes a long jumper. That doesn't go either. Wins that time of the rebound, fresh 14. Jacob dives on the ball. And St. Clair possession. Mohawk wants a time. You can see the effort put up by Jacob. Timeout is given for the Mountaineers with 4:09 to go in the first half of play. We'll see what Coach Raducanu has in store. Here's a look at the standings. St. Clair off to a very slow start. A part of the four different teams below 500, including Redeemer, Sheridan, and Conestoga coming in. Mohawk is amongst those trying to sprint towards the top of the standings. Humber at 6-1. It's looking very good so far this year. Niagara coming into Moores looks solid as well, but the Mountaineers looking to try and see if they can get in position to be able to fight for at least second spot of the standings after this weekend. A win would be big. A loss would drop them into Fanshaw's grasp. Both teams finishing up their discussions now, 30-29. Second quarter of play down to its final 4 minutes or so here from Windsor. St. Clair basketball after the jump ball trigger from the battle for the ball. Murphy brings it up. Of note, Colt Hurst now in the ball game for St. Clair with the changes. Murphy contested, does not get the lucky roll. Last touch by the Mountaineers though, still 11 on the shot clock. So a chance at a second possession here. Bounded fast. Murphy gives off Colt Hurst. Tap back to Murphy. Takes up a contested three. Airballs it. Second chance off the bottom of the rim. Mountaineers let it bounce out of bounds so they can get a fresh inbound. Remember, a break. Post halftime coverage. Be sure to tune in here on We Digital. Stay tuned in for the half to see what the coaches have to say. Taken up by the Mountaineers. This Euro step. Good. To Hyde. Mohawk back in the lead. Back and forth it's been this game so far on the scoreboard. Murphy. Works it left. Spins it out. Smith now works baseline. Back to Willoughby. 3 on the shot clock. Contact, 2 free throws. That time called against Snyder, her first personal. Snyder trying to set up in the restricted area. And a player is down for St. Clair again. Now injury stoppage, our third of the ball game. So the coaching staff will talk things over as the St. Clair Saint gets checked out by the training staff. all the Saints had been active coming into today. And now, we're in the midst of a stoppage here. 3:11 to go in the second quarter of play. It is Willoughby who took the shot, who is down. We'll be seeing big presence in terms of minutes here today. Here's a look at the previous play once again. That was after Murphy hitting threes earlier on. Threes have been big, but also ball control has been a big part of today. It's been a struggle for both sides today, looking at some of the clippings from today so far. Ball movement has been big. Being able to go to the free throw line's been big as well for the Mountaineers side, at least, to keep them going. They've been able to match toe for toe 3-point wise here today. Willoughby is back up. Train staff assisting her as you see the rest of the clippings finish up there. So Willoughby now to be checked out by the training staff. Looks to be hopping on just her right foot. So McIsaac is coming back into the game. Looks to be the one going to be taking the free throws for her in this spot. McIsaac so far, a couple threes, 6 points today. McIsaac, first free throws of the season 2, by the way. 31 apiece now after the first. Second free throw, gets the lucky bounce. Trying to break through the trap. Back in for Mohawk is Anderson. 8-second violation as Anderson tried to throw it quarterback style. St. Clair basketball is this second quarter starting to burn a lot more time. It's more of a grind this second quarter compared to the more free-flowing first. Murphy. Outworked outside, Coldhurst. Over two defenders, hits the side of the rim. Chased out, Mohawk basketball. Under 3 minutes to go in this first half of play now. Anderson running the offense after being out for a bit. Contact up at the top. Worked outside. Snyder has it poked loose. 11 still on the shot clock. Anderson will take the inbound. Severe contact in the paint that time of the battle as a travel called against Jacob. Jacob trying to get a little bit too quick with it after the inbound. Batting, sizing up. Gives it off, Smith. Smith works it, trying to kick it back out, Murphy. Murphy back out to Smith. Wide open, McIsaac. Can she add another? Not this time. Second chance, though. Batting. Swings it. This time it's Murphy's turn. This time off the front rim. A third opportunity for the Saints. Outside, Batten. Takes the left, takes the contested over Anderson. That hits the front of the rim too. Over. Sprints it through defenders. Anderson calls for some movement. Over. Now kicked out for the three in the corner. Doesn't fall from Dahi. Second chance though, picked up that time by Snyder. Jumper, no good, Anderson. Under 90 seconds to work with here in the first half of play. Batten gets the give and go. Now outside, wide open, Smith. She swings it in. Mohawk wants the timeout. And now the Saints lead by one of the largest leads of the game so far, 4 points. It's been that tight so far between these two today. St. Clair off to a slow start in the standings, but so far they've been able to grind it out. One of the main things talked about by Coach Kiss after all today, playing 40 minutes. That's been big today. Here's a look at their positions once again in the standings. St. Clair allowing more points than they do score. Coming in, though, for what's been a rough start to their campaign. It's talked about. The Mountaineers, though, +6 in the points for versus points against. Coming in with that 4-2 record. Picked up some wins so far against Fanshawe, Redeemer, Sheridan, a big win to get against. In fact, they've swept the season series already against the Bruins coming into this weekend. Coming out of the timeout, 35-31. St. Clair Saints lead by 4. Bring Bird, Smith, along with Murphy out. Lined up as well this time. Lord Overeem coming back in for a second appearance. Colt Hurst in as well. On the floor for the Mohawk Mountaineers, it's Oliver. Lined up alongside Snyder. Anderson, joined by Delietis. And a whistle for travel. Jacob is the last of that grouping, but a travel is the call. Again, still looking at the train staff. Left leg covered up on Willoughby. Never change. Now, speaking of which, Delietis coming out. Coming in is Bora. Murphy tries to get some space. Smith gives it out to Bird. Bird takes a cut. And a whistle. Rolls it in for the end one. An end one for the Saints by Desiree Bird. Yet again, trying to use the body with Snyder for a charge. Snyder called for her second. Officials did talk it over to see if it was a charge or not. Bird still gets credit for the end one on the play. Bird, a 40% free throw shooter coming into this trip, by the way. About 5 points per game coming into today as well. She's also been perfect on her three-point attempts. However, has only taken about 0.2 a game, so not too many attempts in her 5 appearances. Clarification being given to Kanu. Kanu getting the confirmation as now here comes Bird. Makes the free throw. Taken up by Bora. Bora works it across midcourt. Now outside it's Anderson. And a blocking call. Now St. Clair is at the limit. That time called against Bird for her second. Still 47 seconds to work with in the half. Bora. Now worked inside. Over. Stripped away by Smith. Smith fakes it over to the right, takes it left. St. Clair with the largest lead of the game, 9 points. They steal it away again. Lauren Overeem trying to get the second chance, gets blocked. Third opportunity for the Saints. That 1 point goes away. Shot clock is on for the remainder of the half. Anderson has that one stripped. And they say last touch by Mohawk. Now the officials chalk it over as Anderson thought that went off the Saints. Looks like they are flipping it. It is Mohawk basketball. One more change as Bannon coming out. Now, set things up with Murphy back in. 5 seconds to work with in the quarter. Down to 3. Going down low. Overshoots it. And the bottom of the ball sees St. Clair pick up a 9-point cushion. It was tied with a few minutes to go in the quarter. Not so much anymore. Halftime coming up. You're watching We Digital from Windsor.
Every child should learn how to swim, for health, for safety, and for fun. That's why we've started Canada's Swim Team. Learn to swim at least 25 meters on your own, and you're on the team. Canada's Swim Team. It's that easy. Help make us the world's largest swim team by adding your name at getswimming.ca. Ask your parents first. Swimming, the only sport that can save your life.
Yeah, she worked hard. Boy. Welcome back to the Sportsplex here on the campus of St. Clair College, featuring OCAA women's basketball action here on We Digital tonight. And an outstanding first half of basketball between the Mohawk Mountaineers and the St. Clair Saints. Saints come away with a 9-point cushion, 40-31 at the break. Andy Kiss, the head coach of the Saints, joins us quickly here, and thanks for doing this again, Coach. And before we came back on air, we talked about how hard the girls worked, and you had said maybe our best half of the season. What did you like about that half?
I just thought it was 20 minutes of consistent, overall smart intensity and focus, and kids made good decisions. They played to their advantages as a team, which is, we get our press going and find some traps and not allow a team to set up. And, Mohawk has some posts that really anchor in, and they blow you up inside if you can position.
Yeah, Mohawk coming into this game at a 4-2 mark. Your team at 2-3, Coach. Obviously, don't have to emphasize how important this game is. With that, the game plan against Mohawk, what did you emphasize coming into this game? What is key to beating Mohawk?
Well, the number one priority is to limit post catches. That's our number one thing we talked about. And another thing was, keeping the pace up. Mohawk doesn't go real deep into their bench, so we want to try to wear them down. Well-coached team, one of the top teams in the league, and so we knew we were going to have our hands full. But our kids came prepared, ready, focused, and they're getting it done. But nobody, as I said to you a few minutes ago before we went on, you don't get a win for 20 minutes. So
yeah, it's posted in the dressing room. It's posted in the dressing room, folks. 40 minutes, so we're 20 minutes away, and if we can get another half like that, we'll have something to celebrate, that's for sure. I don't like to point out players, but I was really, I guess Janae Smith really drew my attention that first half. Her energy, she's always got a lot of energy, but boy, she just really almost took the lead and said, okay, we're going to make this thing happen tonight.
Yeah, Janae was outstanding. Yeah. She was getting in battles for loose balls and winning them, and it just goes to show it's not the size of the dog in the fight, right? Because, Janae's soaking wet. But she's tough as nails and really played a strong half. Yeah, as a team, we're a team, but Janae in particular stood out absolutely. Yeah. Shaylin Murphy was her usual stellar self, Kaylin Batten, and I thought our bigs there, Quinn McIsaac and Ava Willoughby, they were holding their own in the paint, and you need that. Lauren Overeem helped us off the bench. Des Bird made some plays there. Everybody's helping.
Well, and as you mentioned, Coach, you alluded to it, you got to play 40 minutes. Maybe this has been a little bit of an issue in the early parts of the season. Obviously, we want to get back to 500 here, being with a 2-3 record this second half. How important is it? And would you take what you just got in that first half?
Oh, absolutely, yeah, hands down. But and we'll shorten it up. We need to win a quarter, third quarter. We're not going to worry about the end right now. We got to stick to plan and stick to situation, play situational basketball and execute.
All right, Coach. I'll let you get in the room. Appreciate it.
Okay.
Keep this thing going tonight, and hopefully we can
Don.
celebrate a victory here. Saints leading 40-31 after 20 minutes of play here at the Sportsplex. We're going to take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll get you a little more information, and we're hoping to check in with the Mohawk Mountaineer head coach, get his comments on this first half. You're watching OCAA women's basketball action on We Digital Productions.
The first kiss. She's thinking about a million things, like should I lean in or let him? Do I close my eyes or open them? But for him, he's only thinking about one thing. Did she have peanut butter for lunch?
Good evening, sir. Where are you coming from?
I was just at a buddy's watching a game.
Have you consumed any alcohol tonight?
I had a couple beers.
Thanks. Can I ask you to step out of the vehicle, please?
How many drinks does it take to impair your ability to drive safely? Having even just a few casual drinks can impair your driving ability to the point that you could lose your license for at least 3 days or more.
Hi, honey. Can you come pick me up?
Play it safe with alcohol. If you plan on drinking, don't plan on driving.
Every child should learn how to swim for health, for safety, and for fun. That's why we've started Canada's Swim Team. Learn to swim at least 25 meters on your own, and you're on the team. Canada's Swim Team. It's that easy. Help make us the world's largest swim team by adding your name at getswimming.ca. Ask your parents first. Swimming, the only sport that can save your life.
Welcome back to the St. Clair College Sportsplex in Windsor, Ontario. Tonight we are featuring OCAA basketball action. The women first, as they're in tough with the Mohawk Mountaineers. First half has just been completed. The Saints coming away with a 9-point lead, 40-31. Of course, the men will also be in action tonight, and this is a huge game for both these teams. In the men's side of it, you can see the Mountaineers a very respectable 5-2. The Saints being ranked number 1 in the country, sitting at 6-0, so they have the big bullseye on the back, no question about it. The Saints try to extend that winning streak to 7-0. They'll be in tough, though. This Mohawk team is very good, and they bring a great competition level. Maybe this might be the toughest game of the year for the Saints. So I'm being joined by the head coach of the Mohawk Mountaineers women's team. I'm going to try my best here, Coach. Mihai Raducanu.
Well, you're close.
Well, that's Italian. I say so.
That's right.
But that's okay.
That's
Raducanu.
right. I like
Okay.
Italian people.
Good to see you again, Coach.
Good
and
to see you,
thanks
brother.
for a little bit of time here. And quickly, first half, thought the Saints had a pretty good intensity. Was that the difference in the half, maybe?
Yeah, it was intensity and then just a little bit of poor ball management on our end. We got to treat it like it's gold.
Mm-hmm.
And towards the end, we didn't. Right? We gave it up too easy. We got to make them work a bit harder. Their press is good.
Mm-hmm.
Their intensity is good. Right? So we got stuck in that, but we got to get out of it.
You're off to a good start this season, Coach. 4-2,
Yep.
and you come into this game, and the Saints are struggling. They're 2-3. And you're a former athlete. I'm sure you made it clear to the girls you don't look at the record.
You don't look at the
Bring
record.
your A game.
Yeah, especially when you come into your house.
Yeah.
It's a great gym to play in.
Sure.
You guys always have a good crowd. They're well coached. They got unlimited respect for Coach Kish. And
He's got the same for
bring
you,
it.
Coach. He
Oh, that's awesome.
plugged you pretty good, too. So.
Yeah, well, it's he's one of the few, right?
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
one of the few. So
It's because you guys are both collegiate guys and played at a high level. So it's a great thing for the league. Great for the girls to have coaching of your caliber and Coach Kiss's caliber. That's for sure. Where do you see this team going this year, Coach?
yeah, I mean, our mantra is we want to keep narrowing the gap to get closer to a championship. I mean, that's our goal. You can't have any other goals. You can't have any lower expectations. We look at making some noise, and we look at winning some games and getting ourselves into a medal contention.
All right. Well, you certainly they've got the coach that can do it. That's for sure. I have a lot of respect for you, Coach, and
I
appreciate it as always. I wish we got to see you guys more than once, maybe in the playoffs. Who knows? But it's always great to talk to you.
Yeah, always great. I appreciate your time. Thank
Yeah.
you so much. Always
All
a
right.
pleasure.
Awesome. That's Coach Mihai Raducanu. Raducanu. I'm a rookie, so I try my best. All good stuff, though. And he's outstanding coach, former great collegiate player. That's when you get that caliber of coaching, can only bode well, that's for sure. A quick timeout. When we come back, we'll look at some of the numbers from that first half, and we'll continue our coverage of OCAA women's basketball right here on We Digital.
The first kiss. She's thinking about a million things, like should I lean in or let him? Do I close my eyes or open them? But for him, he's only thinking about one thing. Did she have peanut butter for lunch?
Just moments away from the second half tip here at the Sportsplex at St. Clair College. Women's basketball here on We Digital Productions, 40-31 at the break. Let's take a look at some of the numbers from that first half, see how it all breaks down. Saints 13 for 35. Mountaineers probably a little bit better there at 10 and 25. Field goal percentage, you can see the difference there. Three-pointers. Saints with 7 3-pointers helping them to that lead, that's for sure. The percentage as well. Free throws, both teams very good at the charity stripe. Free throw percentage very high. Rebounds, Mohawk doing a good job there. That's something I'm sure Coach Kiss hopes his team can improve a little bit. The assists, Saints with the edge there. And turnovers, boy oh boy, Mohawk. Coach Raducanu, of course, alluded to that. Got to treat that ball like gold, as he said. And points off turnovers, Saints doing a good job there making them pay. With an 18-point effort on the turnover. So good numbers, and that's why the Saints are leading this one 40-31. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, it's the call of the second half. Justin Prince with all the action. We continue our coverage of OCAA women's basketball action on We Digital Productions.
A look over to the grandstands where so far the fans have been keeping things on point. Lauren Snyder's been doing really well. Trying not to sleep on them today. Justin Prince here in the broadcast booth once again as we get ready for the third quarter of play. 40-31, once again your score. Mountaineers with possession to start this third quarter of play. So letting time tick away here, and looks like they're having to resort things here. It will be Snyder who leads things off for this third quarter for the Mountaineers. Borja not on the floor. Outside of that, that's the starting five for the Mountaineers in Anderson, along with Dahai. Also on the floor, Jacob on the floor. Running with the five, Williams. Jacob starts with the jumper, good. 40-33 after the made shot. St. Clair with its full starting five on the floor. McIsaac, give it off to Batten. Down to Murphy. Flipped up Collins. 4 on the shot clock. Outside, Janae Smith just rattles out. Battle for the board, picked up by Anderson. The Mountaineers able to get it away from the double team. He flipped up Anderson. Anderson. Back out to the outside. To the baseline. The drive. Doesn't get the lucky roll. He taking a rare shot of this game so far. Collins gives it off. Murphy. High three. Good. From the top of the arc, Shaylin Murphy hits the tray. She's got 3 of them so far this game. Kicked out of bounds. Last touch by McIsaac. Still 19 still on the shot clock for the Mountaineers. So far, Anderson leading the way for them, 10 points on the ball game. Looking for a place to inbound. They go to Williams. Post hook, good. Tiffany Williams. 8 points so far for Williams. Murphy kicks it out. Jumper, foot on the line. Goes short. Picked up by the Mountaineers. Jump ball is the call. Saints basketball. Saints set things up now for the inbound. Batty. Give it off to Murphy. Murphy searching. Gets the screen from McIsaac. Takes the drive. Makes it. First bucket inside the arc made by Shaylin today. Taken back up by the Mountaineers straight out to Williams. That one bounces away. Poked loose. Last touched by Mohawk. Saints trying to extend this continuously now. Trying to build up a buffer. Murphy takes it up slowly. Poked loose for a moment. Screen set high, McIsaac. Kick back out, Batten. Worked in, McIsaac. Collins, now Batten for the three again. Kaylin Batten. 13 points today so far. Snyder working back and forth with Anderson. Nice screen. Kick down around and poked loose. Whistle on the floor. Batten. See McIsaac call for it for a third personal. Team first. Change coming in for St. Clair. Fiona Lucasen. Coming in, Lucasen's first appearance today. Outside. Back in. Poked loose, turned over. Kicked out by Dahi. Bora now being called back into the ball game. She'll come in for the first year at Dahi. She makes the stride over to the bench as the Mountaineers trail by a game-high 13 points. Smith. Screen set by Lucassen. Now back outside. Murphy. Sidestep it around. Lucassen. Give it out to Batten. And a travel is the call. Travel by Batten. Mohawk takes it back up with Bora. Bora. Flip to Anderson. Taking a three. Doesn't get that one to fall in. Batted around. Knocked out by the Mountaineers on the save attempt by Jacob. Look on the replay as Jacob trying to get it batted out. Then dive right back on top of it down the line. Smith. Sidesteps. Now spins. Fakes it to Collins. Takes the driver. Got it. And the foul. Jay Smith called on the end one. Blocking foul on this time Snyder. Snyder called for her third personal now in the ball game. The end one's complete from Smith. 51-35. St. Clair sprinting ahead. Bora draws a whistle. This time caught against Batten for her second. Team second. And check on the scores table. Some of the padding comes apart. Ulver now coming in. This time for Bora, going for size this time. Anderson. Outside. Trying to find space. Snyder. Now work down low to Williams. Kicked out for a three. That falls from Ulver. He's made a couple of those this season. Makes one there. Smith. Kicked out to Batten. Tries to give it back. Turned over. Anderson. Stopping, giving. Now from the up and under. Taken away again. Smith sprints it forward. Work back now Murphy. Murphy working with Smith. Now Batten trying to call traffic. Collins, jumper, good. Little Collins on the bucket. Now the trap in full force. Trying to go cross court back and forth with Jacob. Now work down low. Williams back outside. Spin around from Snyder. Jacob takes the three off the back of the rim. 53-38 your score, just past midway through the third quarter here on Weeds Digital. Just Burns with you here from the Rose City. Collins, another jumper taken, this time makes it. St. Clair sprints up by 18 points. Out to Anderson for a three. That hits the front of the rim. Murphy. To Collins. Batten taking another three. That falls. Timeout Mohawk. Mountaineers take the time. 59-38. A 21-point explosion. The St. Clair Saints pulling off the opposite of what they did against Fanshawe last time out here. So the scoreboard sees the Saints sprint on ahead. What's been some dominating three-point shooting that's kept up in this second half of play. Fans going to be very happy, you'd have to think, how things have played out so far. See if the happiness continues through this third quarter of play. Taking a look at the stats, Shaylin Murphy so far, 3 for 5 from beyond the arc for 11 total points. She's also picked up 4 assists, 3 rebounds as well for Murphy on the ball game. One of the top performers for the Saints today. We'll see what happens out of the timeout huddles here as there are several changes potentially. Looks like they just go with the one. Lauren Overeem coming on in. No changes from the Mohawk Mountaineers. Anderson off the board. Now give it away. Snyder. Jacob. Works on the layup. Good. Floats it over to the traffic. Gets back on the scoreboard. Trap back out at half court. Murphy double team. Gets it to Lauren Overeem. Up down low. Drawing contact. And Lucassen to the line. Over caught for her second on this. So to the line. Shoot 2 now the Saints. Speaking of which, men's team getting ready and some of them practicing their balancing skills. Men's team, the number 1 team in the country in the CCAA rankings. Again, 8 o'clock is the estimated start time for that ball game. About 20 minutes after this one concludes. Second one's good. Wisconsin making both. Caught around by Anderson. Size up. Still looking around is Jacob. Trying to get fancy with the dribble work. Gets blocked by Bird. Bird gives it off. Smith giving a Batten. Back over to Smith. 10 on the shot clock. Lauren Overeem to Bird. Baseline. Good. Desiree Bird on the jumper. St. Clair up by 24 now with about 3 minutes to go in this third. Oliver, baseline, hits the front of the rim. Taken up by Janae Smith. Lauren Overeem gets it. Now tries to take a drive and charge. Back the other way. Lauren Overeem caught for her second. There's that charge attempt. It's been tried so many times by Snyder today. Her change coming back in to Hai. She returns to the ball game now for Mohawk. Squirts it up that time by Snyder. Anderson going back out to Hai. Has some separation. Gets the screen to build some more. No switch. Down low, Williams kicked out for the 3. Snyder flipped out. Rebound sees the Saints carry it out. Bird trying to battle for it, couldn't grip it. Shaylin Murphy now coming in this time for Smith. Still 2:19 to work with in this third. Over. Given out to Anderson. Back on the dribble. Snyder. 4 on the shot clock. Anderson. Slide. Does not get the rim. And now a whistle. still. Battling continues on. Third personal that time, going against Oliver. Collins back in. Bannon brings it up. Bounced around by Lucassen. Murphy. Screen by Bannon. Back with Bird. 6 on the shot clock. Bounced out of bounds. Still 6 on that shot clock, as mentioned. Tapped loose, stolen away. Wide open Snyder on the drive, makes it. Snyder gets the bucket. Gap is still 21. Murphy. Spinning around a couple times over. It's up to Collins. Outside Murphy. Bounce goes off a Bird, out of bounds. Checking back in, Colthurst. St. Clair makes an error change as Bird comes out of the ball game. Anderson directing some traffic. Worked in, whistle. Trying to go for the charge attempt that time were the Saints. Constant on the body. Constant this time caught on the personal. Team third on the block. Constant's first, and they are going to shoot. The high stats coming into today, 41 total points on the season. Perfect from the free throw line coming in today for the first-year player from Waterloo. Second one's good. The Mountaineers are back within 20. Murphy trying to direct traffic with Colthurst. Work to Bannon. Has the back door, Lucassen. Kick back to Collins, down to the final minute of the quarter. Collins, back outside again with Lucassen. Murphy for 3, good. Jalen Murphy on the bucket, and another player is down. Dahai may have had contact to the face there at the end of the play. Bucket went, and then right there from Collins. Regardless, it's Mohawk basketball with about 45 seconds to work with. Anderson trying to call the play. Bounced over to Snyder. Give it off. Now to Hyde. Down to 5. Drive, whistle. Williams drawing contact. This time Louis Collins called for it on the reach. Collins with her first personal. St. Clair with 5 personals now in the quarter. Bonus situation now for the Mountaineers. Tiffany Williams so far today, 8 points. But performed well from the low post, makes the first of 2. More than 77% free throw shooting this season from her. Came into this trip and this road stint. 59 points on the season. Makes both. Welcome to the double-digit club for Williams. Still about a 1 second different shot clock and game clock. Murphy. Drives past to Lucassen. Sails over her head. Still 11 seconds to work with in the quarter. Anderson's been quiet. Does she take the shot? No. Gives it off. Down to 4. Work with 3. Overshot. Too strong, and the St. Clair Saints just dribble it out. That ends the third. 66-46, your score. Watching Me Digital for coverage of OCAA women's basketball, where the St. Clair Saints remain in control.
This time we're giving away a varsity clothing pack, and the winner is 0887 345. 0887 345. If that's you, you just won a varsity clothing pack. Head to the alumni booth in the lobby to take the prize. Now, if you just want free t-shirts, make some noise because the Student Athletic Association is handing out free t-shirts.
Good evening, sir. Where are you coming from?
I was just at a buddy's watching a game.
Have you consumed any alcohol tonight?
I had a couple beers.
Thanks. Can I ask you to step out of the vehicle, please?
How many drinks does it take to impair your ability to drive safely? Having even just a few casual drinks can impair your driving ability to the point that you could lose your license for at least 3 days or more.
Hi, honey. Can you come pick me up?
Play it safe with alcohol. If you plan on drinking, don't plan on driving.
Every child should learn how to swim for health, for safety, and for fun. That's why we've started Canada's Swim Team. Learn to swim at least 25 meters on your own, and you're on the team. Canada's Swim Team. It's that easy. Help make us the world's largest swim team by adding your name at getswimming.ca. Ask your parents first. Swimming, the only sport that can save your life.
Look at Shannon Kennedy once again in attendance today, keeping up with the St. Clair Saints. One of those, a part of the Wall of Honor, one of the top players in the history of this province. St. Clair leads 66-46 after shooting 82% from the field in the third quarter. It's been that type of a game so far, with how things have gone now. That's also with 5 triples, 5 for 6 from beyond the arc in that third quarter alone. Mohawk basketball to start the fourth quarter of play. The Mountaineers looking to try and rally some momentum. Shot just 5 for 15 the whole third quarter. Anderson with 8. Kicks it off. Stole it away on the Oliver pass, but gets it back, puts it back up. Now her chance, good. Williams. Deputy Williams on the bucket. St. Clair now trying to break the pressure. Murphy up to Batten. Batten rushes it, misses it. Almost a minute through this fourth quarter of play here on We Digital OCAA women's basketball. The Mohawk Mountaineers trail to St. Clair 66-48. Anderson back down low. Oliver, count it, and the foul. And one for Mohawk. Collins called for her second on the contact. Bohr now coming back into the ball game, making the change for Snyder as timeout is the call. So a timeout situation here. They go back to the clipboards. Mountaineers starting to rally after St. Clair leaned by as much as 23. At 8 o'clock, the number 1 team in the country in the CCAA, the St. Clair Saints, take on the Mohawk Mountaineers. A big test for them. 5-2 with one of the most highly regarded head coaches in the province, Jamie Mello. Now in the building, Meadow should say. Remember, tomorrow, the Niagara Knights come into town. It's the Knights and the Saints, 2 and 4 p.m. the start times. Be sure to tune in for those matchups as well. That should be a big test for the women's game, to say the very least. Coming out of the huddles, 66-50. And once again, Mohawk is at the line with Oliver. Free throw's good. That bridges the gap down to 15. Smith hops it over, passes it to somebody. Problem is, no one was there. Now the Mountaineers with it. Sides up again by Dahi. Now Bora. Trying to work it post. Gives it down. Oliver, good! Oliver now gets Mohawk within 13. Smith this time finds a target. Collins too strong. Rebound ripped down by Williams. Across the border. Bora looking for a setup. Gives it off. 7 on the shot clock. Screen set. Down to 2. Taking the 3. Anderson airballs it to Smith. Again, 66-53 should be your score as Baden changes the board. Baden on the bucket. Just about a quarter of the way through the fourth quarter. Anderson. One around the outside. Dahai. That one doesn't go. Outside is Collins. Now McIsaac. Smith. Tries to flip it back. Back outside McIsaac. Has 3. Baden, another 3 from her. Just missed it. Taken up by Bora. So far, the Mountaineers trying to share the sugar, so to speak, on the ball. Not one player's really controlled the shots this time. The reach in from McIsaac, her 4th. It's her 4th. And a change coming in. Jacob now coming in for Williams. Coming in is Lucassen as well. Mountaineers men's team now waiting in the wings. Bora. Give it on. Oliver with 3. Hits the front of the rim. Second chance. Bora drives. 69-55. Smith. It's the matchup with Anderson this time. Back to Murphy. Murphy. Set left. Now work back out right. Down to 3. For the 3, it's Elf. No. Anderson takes it up. Trying to go fast to Jacob on the break. Too strong. Saints trying to dribble down clock. Mohawks bench up 16-10, by the way. On the points from those coming off the pond. Miss no good from Collins. Tapped out. Coming up to midway through the quarter, Lauren Overing coming on in this time. Smith coming out. Bora. Given off once again by Dahi. Out to Anderson for 3. Good. Anderson hits the bucket. St. Clair has an opening. Constant wide open. Late whistle off Jacob. 2 free throws. Jacob caught for a first personal. Team first. The Mountaineers, by the way, have trimmed this gap down to 11. Constance looked very good from the free throw line, making them all so far. Makes the second. Narrow change. Snyder this time is in. That's for Dahi. Burrow. Given out. Contested 3. Good. Snyder drains it. Mohawk is forming the board. They're forming the comeback. They're down by just 10. They're trailing by 23. Tapped out of bounds. Last touch by Lucassen. St. Clair still has their 3 timeouts in their back pocket. Mohawk with 2. Now they've updated to 2 apiece. Bora now outside. This is Snyder. Bounce pass to Bora. Didn't get the mesh down for a moment. Floated. Too short. Yep, Murphy. Over in. Stops it. Looks to pass it off. Nearly stole it away. Has to retreat back for it. Now Collins. Whistle off ball. And it looks like there was a push. Maddie Anderson caught for a first. Team second. Couple more fouls to give per side here. 2 personals per team here in the quarter. Now Murphy taking a drive on the layup. Doesn't go. Anderson. Back to Bora. Bora sizing forward. Taking a couple hops, stolen away by Overeem. Overeem trying to maneuver through traffic. Kicks it out to Collins. Murphy. Bannon setting up screens inside. The Constant now kicks it back out. Murphy. Down to the baseline. Jumper doesn't get the lucky roll. Constant on the miss. Taken back up by Bora. Now trying to call for someone to the spots. Anderson. Work with Oliver. Down to 7. Bora. Kick down low. Jacob. Jacob. Good. Jacob on the bucket. 71-63. Murphy to Batten. Stolen back away. Taken right on back by Collins. Murphy now slows it back down. Under 3 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Mohawk within 8. Lord Overeem now to Batten. Batten takes the jumper. Back of the rim. Chased back down and a squeeze down by Murphy. Still 9 on the shot clock after the shot clock reset. Murphy. Jumper. Good. Timeout Mohawk. And the Mountaineers want to talk things over after the main J. St. Clair in a close one with Mohawk. 73-63. Both teams to the drawing board. There's a look at Ava Wilby, who was out with injury earlier. At least back in the huddle, now with ice over the ankle. Mountaineers need to be able to force mistakes but hit buckets. They want a chance to win this ball game. St. Clair needing to shut down the Mohawk Mountaineers offense and force mistakes. They want to be able to go back to 500 on the season. Coming out of the huddles here. 2:10 to go in the fourth quarter of play. 73-63 the score. Mohawk trying to go up quick. 17 still on the shot clock for Jacob. Jacob likes to take a jumper, makes it. St. Clair's defense scattered about, trying to rush to get back into position themselves. Batten with Smith. Now work back to Smith. Last Bird on the outside, now working in. Back to Batten with 8 on the shot clock. Batten switched onto by Anderson. Batten picks up dribble, double team, back to Bird to beat the shot clock, misses. Anderson gives it back up to Snyder. Snyder, whistle. They are calling for the baseline. And now 3 team fouls after the constant foul. That's her second. Anderson back down, post hook, good, over. The gap is shrunken down again. 6-point ball game, 1:10 to go, down to 107. Smith trying to keep it away from Pokes. Work to Batten. Taking the 3, contested, front rim. Anderson a rebound, under a minute to work with. Stolen up the floor to Jacob. Now it's Bird to Smith. St. Clair trying to drain down some clock. And whistles. It's called against Jacob. That's her second. 3 team fouls per side here. Murphy coming back in as there's the scoreboard. Still a foul to give per side here. Batten gives it into Smith, and they take the foul. Anderson caught on the foul. Do they try and take another intentional foul here? Do they let St. Clair try and drain down some clock? Still 14 on the shot clock. The answer is they go intentional. 3 for Anderson. And Smith, who is so far solid on the night but hit and miss on the season, go to the free throw line. So far 2 for 3 from the free throw line from Smith. And she misses the first. Critical free throw for St. Clair to try and keep their buffer. Second's good. Gaps back to 7. Take it back up, Snyder. Jacob loses the ball. Picks it back up and flips it. Anderson tries to get a foul, doesn't get it. Over under the cup. Gets it. 26.3 seconds to work with. St. Clair calls timeout. And Mohawk has come from 23 points down to within 5. What a finish forming up here in this one. Remember, men's basketball coming up after the ball game. Sure to stay tuned here as well for post-game coverage on top of that here on We Digital. This team's currently preparing for things. They have a busy time here at the Sportsplex, as you can tell by the shirts. 24 hours of basketball on around the clock. Ending off with the game against Niagara tomorrow. Remember, these were the standings coming in. Mohawk with a loss would fall into the cusp of Fanshawe. St. Clair with a win. Well, they have a chance to try and get themselves out of the basement. Timeouts now coming out of the huddles. 74-69. St. Clair wanted to talk things over. They have 26.3 seconds to work with in this fourth quarter. Batten will be the inbounder here. Given to Murphy. Murphy doesn't get the intentional foul. They try and poke it loose instead now. And now the whistles fly. Now Anderson is in big foul trouble. That's her fourth. Coming from 3 intentional fouls. And that nearly came up to be a big turnover. Batten will now go to the line. First is good. Second does fall. Big makes there to get it back to 7. Mohawk tries to drain down Claw from midcourt. They need threes. They need buckets. Anderson takes one, makes it for 3. The buzzer goes off. Timeout St. Clair. They use their final timeout here. And the gap stays at 4. Anderson had gone quiet most of the game, now has 16 points tonight. St. Clair trying to play things careful here. Remember, Mohawk already over the limit on personal fouls. There's a look at Anderson's totals today. Tied for the most points for the team with Oliver today. 16 apiece. But it's going to come down potentially to free throws here. Mohawk still has a timeout in hand. If St. Clair has a miss or two here, big chance here. Look to some of the previous sequences. As this is Anderson. Gets it contested. Gets it to go from 3. St. Clair knew she was a threat from beyond the arc. She makes it there. It's Batten on the inbound. 11.4 seconds to go. St. Clair has no more timeouts. Trying to get it to Murphy, they do. Flip to Batten, now to Smith. Smith draws the intentional from Snyder for her fourth. That's one of the targets they have been wanting to target so far today. 3 for 5 now in the ball game. Shot clock is off. First doesn't go. The second does not go either. 6 seconds to go. Mohawk needs a shot, and they need it now. They're trying to go for a 2 when they need 4. Offensive foul. The game is over either way. No basket. St. Clair picks up the win 76-72 as the Mountaineers trying to go for 2 instead of for 3 or 4. St. Clair goes to 500 on the season to 3-3 with the game. Post-game coverage coming up in just a moment. You're watching We Digital for coverage of OCAA women's basketball.
The first kiss. She's thinking about a million things, like should I lean in or let him? Do I close my eyes or open them? But for him, he's only thinking about one thing. Did she have peanut butter for lunch?
Good evening, sir. Where are you coming from?
I was just at a buddy's watching a game.
Have you consumed any alcohol tonight?
I had a couple beers.
Thanks. Can I ask you to step out of the vehicle, please?
How many drinks does it take to impair your ability to drive safely? Having even just a few casual drinks can impair your driving ability to the point that you could lose your license for at least 3 days or more.
Hi, honey. Can you come pick me up?
Play it safe with alcohol. If you plan on drinking, don't plan on driving.
Welcome back to the St. Clair College Sportsplex. That's not the final score. The final score was 76-72 St. Clair. A little bit of a nail-biter, that's for sure. An outstanding victory for the Saints. They even out their record to 3-3. The Mountaineers now fall to 4-3. A very important victory for the Saints here tonight. I think by far the hardest working player tonight on the floor was this young lady, Janae Smith. She's our player of the game. Janae, congratulations on the victory. Congratulations on your performance. And this was a. I know we're not even halfway. I don't think, Janae, but this was still a game where you almost say you really needed to win this game.
Yeah, we really
kind
did.
of a must-win situation.
Yeah, we were going through some mental struggles and some communication struggles, but we just need to practice on that. You can tell we're getting better. We're an undersized team, so we know that bigger players are going to try and box us out and get us down in the paint. So we're trying to really double down on that, and apparently it worked today because Mohawk is a very big team and they're a very good team.
Yeah.
But we were able to keep them out the paint.
Yeah, they are a very good team for sure. Coach Kiss mentioned to me, anyways. He put on the board in the dressing room 40 minutes. We need 40 minutes tonight.
Yeah.
Do you think we got 40 minutes?
I think we got 40 minutes.
Yeah.
You could tell in the past games, we play really good in the first half. We crumble apart in the second half. And I think it's because we're really gassed. We're getting pressed. We have to press. We have to play good defense, play good offense. And we're a really short team. But overall, I think we're getting used to it. I think it's improving.
How can this game, this victory, Janae, help you the rest of the way? What do you take from it? And I think it shows what this team is capable of doing.
Yeah, we're definitely not what our record shows. Clearly, we're a very strong team, mentally strong, physically strong, and I feel like we're starting to show it. The rankings don't match how we play.
I hate rankings.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. So.
Yeah. But overall, I think we're getting there. We're getting there.
All right. Yourself, I thought you were outstanding today, Janae. I just loved your work ethic. And you could see you've really taken a role along with Shay Lynn to be a leader on this team. How are you pushing yourself, and is that indeed the case that you want that leadership role?
Of course I want that leadership role because I feel like I can help my teammates get out of their head, and just be a leader on the court. It's not just myself. I like to thank my whole team. KB, me, and Shay, we really bring the team together as captains, but everybody's a captain on the team because we all pick our head ups. As you can see on the bench, we're loud, we're supporting each other, we're never down on anybody. And if you mess up, next play, we got to go. So I just want to thank the team, the coaches, everybody, because we played really good tonight, and I wanted to progress into the next games following.
Speaking of that, tomorrow you're right back at it. So, tough to always come back and play back-to-back, but off a victory like this, there's probably some pretty good momentum going into that game.
Yeah, we just got to keep it up. We just got to keep it up, eat healthy, stay in the right mindset, and we'll be all right. We'll be good. We're ready for Niagara. But it's going to be a tough game, just like all the games. The league is up in the air because everybody's good. Everybody has a good matchup. So it's going to be interesting to see what we're going to be doing this year.
Well, congratulations on tonight, Janae. You were
awesome.
Thank
you. I appreciate it.
Keep it going tomorrow, okay?
Thank you.
That's Janae Smith, outstanding here tonight, our player of the game. And she helps her team to a 76-72 victory here, helping them get back to 500. And, of course, as I just mentioned, they'll be back in action tomorrow, hoping to get over 500. So that's the story up to this point. We're going to give the crew a break. We'll come back in about 15 minutes. If you want to come back, the men will be at it. Again, this is another outstanding matchup. The number one ranked team in the country, St. Clair, taking on the Mohawk Mountaineers. Mountaineers with a very good 5-2 mark. This will be a dandy game, so come back in about, I'd say 14 minutes now, and we'll have all the action for you. Until then, this is Dominic Papa wishing you a great night. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you all again very soon.